very one-sided for the most of it. They gave Nico Baby a better time with Bane being played there by FNG. He opened up the lane for Nico Baby quite a bit, and things got went a lot better, especially because Limp got to play some Dota. So, you know, we'll see what we get here in Game 3 between these two teams. Immediately in with the Invoker ban, and now the Veno ban. And like you said, these OG first bans have been a lot more general than the Alliance bans, where they're directed at like specifically shutting down Topson with the Invoker and shutting down mid one with a couple of those other bans.
So, something we should talk about here before the draft really starts kicking off. OG won the coin flip here for Game 3, so they get last pick overall in the draft. But also, because they have second pick, it means they have the overall last pick of the first phase as well, which we saw from Alliance was really key last game. They picked up that Morphling, and it felt like it didn't really get countered or dealt with in the draft because they had these 3 bans to be able to take out what OG could have potentially picked that was good against the Morph, right? And I think second pick is so strong at the moment. I don't know what the stats are, I don't know what the breakdown is, but it wouldn't surprise me to see second pick doing pretty well here. Because a lot of the times we see these teams in lobby and they get priority, nearly all of them are choosing second pick.
Phoenix comes out for Alliance. We saw them use that Phoenix for Hanskin very well in Game 2. It was on OG for Game 1, on Alliance for Game 2. Phoenix overall has just been a stellar pick, and now from there they'll go into the Magnus immediately. So 3 games played, 3 games Magnus for OG. Do you think that should have been the second ban here for Alliance instead of this Wisp?
Anybody who saw mid one play carry Wisp the other day will understand why Alliance have banned that one. I think that's that was so scary to play against. And the thing is, it doesn't even have to be a position 1. Like, I'm sure they could play it as a support if they wanted to as well. Like, No-Tail's played hero a lot in the past.
Ooh, whoa. Early Void pick coming in for Alliance. So we've seen that this, you know, this has been a hero banned out in the second phase, I think, just about every game. So this is something that we saw in the Chinese region where you need to pick your 1 position early if you're not getting it. And now you have the 3 bans to protect it.
Because the thing is as well, it's not just the Void pick that's good with itself. They have the Phoenix to pair it with as well. So now with this opening 2, they have really good team fight to work around. Both teams do, because, you know, OG have this RP to work with as well. So it'll be interesting to see here what OG decide to pick up with the Magnus. I actually think this line might go up in priority for them because they see the Void. And they go for the Jug. Okay.
They go Jug early on.
I mean, the thing is, if they don't pick the Jug here, then it's going to get banned second phase, like you were saying. So it's really important for them that they take it here at this point, because not only is it good as a hero overall with Magnus, it's an egg hitter. Like, you spin, you run in, you try and destroy the egg really quickly. Obviously, there's the chrono to worry about as well, but you can't, like, hero prioritize for that. Like, they're going to chrono an egg, and no hero is going to stop that from happening. They pick what they're comfortable with on OG. This is really strong. And we saw the power of the healing ward in Game 1 as well. I think it's such an underrated aspect of that hero.
So let's see what is going to be next here for them as these bans will be coming through.
Yeah, we saw the Saxa Wyvern yesterday. Really good counter initiation against these heroes like Magnus and Void. So,
especially to, you know, we saw it. What game was it that we saw it? Like the Chronosphere immediately into the Winter's Curse, and you just don't get to do anything. You're almost forced to retreat.
Especially because even if Void builds BKB, like, and he tries to chrono somebody, the curse is going to go through that anyway. It doesn't make a difference. It's so hard for Void to itemize for that. You have to have someone else that jumps the Wyvern at the same time. And I'm not surprised to see OG ban out the Bane. We talked about how much work that hero did last game. They even banned out the Undying in the first phase again, like before. I'm surprised about, because I thought the Bane looked so strong. I thought they would have swapped them around in priority.
And the Grimstroke. So now No-Tail's going to be on something different.
Nice to see. As much as I love like seeing them play the Grimstroke, I think it's always cool to see like people play different heroes. Like, I don't want to see people play the same of the 3 heroes in a row. Unfortunately, Seb's going to get mag for 3 games, but you know, that's the way it is, unfortunately.
10 seconds remaining.
So what supports are they going to be looking at for OG? I mean, like, it's things like Lina and Wind Ranger are still in the pool. They're going to want a bit of lockdown for this Void. I still think this Lion is looking pretty juicy for them.
I'm trying to look at what else No-Tail has played during the event. if it's just been Grimstroke every single time. But
I think
their first game against Viking GG, he was on Undying, I believe, both times.
I think something like Lich and Oracle looks really good for me here. Like the Lich is like kind of a pseudo save in the Chrono with the Frost Shield. It blocks a lot of the damage that comes out from the Void, and it also works really well with the Jug in lane. Now you have the Frost Shield spin combination, so that's a potential. But yeah, I also think Oracle is just really good. That is the hard save for the Chrono, right? And we've seen a lot of good Oracle performances so far this tournament. So they need to pick their poison here on Alliance. See what they decide to let through. Taking their time with this one. They're probably going to be thinking about banning another limp hero here on OG, I would imagine. Or something that lanes well up against the Jug, potentially. I don't think they'll be bothered about this Weaver that we saw in Game 1. Maybe something like a Nature's Prophet might be annoying for them to deal with.
Ooh, I like the Enchantress ban. We were talking about Enchantress and, you know, how strong it's been. We've seen a couple of times where Enchantress has just kind of been, like, shut down in lane, but I think, you know, overall, it's a good 5 position to get out of there. And it's interesting that we see so many supports focused in the bans of Alliance. I mean, it feels like we've just been seeing one position's banned in the second phase constantly.
This is what happens when you're opening with Mag Jug, right? Like, they don't need to ban anything except supports. Unless they feel like there's a Topson hero that they really don't want to play against. But, you know, they banned out the Invoker in the first phase, which is the one that everybody's been seeing a lot of him on this tournament. I think it's much easier to ban out these supports here. And I don't mind the Grimstroke ban either, because it's also really good up against the Void, because if he ever gets soulbound up, it stops him from jumping away with the Time Walk. I'm surprised to see them ban the Ench. I know it's a really good lane with the Jug, like you have a lot of kill potential with the creep that comes in with the spin. But I think OG are going to prioritize some kind of save for the Chronosphere.
OG pick.
Beastmaster, we saw that getting picked up a little bit more earlier in the event.
Yeah, the attack speed aura works really well with the Void. Like, they can hit some timing there. Or if they ever win a team fight with the Egg Chrono, like, they take towers so quickly.
10
The BKB.
But I think the one team we saw it wasn't that great. Or like the few times we saw it wasn't exactly like the most amazing pick, the Beastmaster.
I don't think
but it also was playing from behind.
I don't think that was the Beastmaster's fault, though, in a hero by himself. Like, the BKB piercing Roar is really good against the Jug spin as well. So I don't mind it too much. I think it's fine. The 3 I am looking at here are Lich, Oracle, and Lion. Or possibly Wind Ranger as well, if they really want to go for that. But I think there's better choices.
Alliances turn to pick.
So Venge gets picked up with that Jug combination that we've been seeing quite a bit. Now you've got the swap save, you have another stun to come into the mix, or really your first stun to come into the mix. Obviously you've got RP, but that is, you know, heavily relying on just your ult. And there's the Jakiro coming through for Alliance. This is a support that I have been very adamant about. One that really, to me at least, I love seeing the follow-up. When you've got someone who, you know, will hold the Euros for you, get a stun for you, and then is followed up with an Ice Path, and really does quite a bit of a job over in the lane with Dual Breath as well.
This was my problem with the Jakiro pick, because I think it opens up this Rubik pick, and if you ever steal Ice Path, Rubik with Ice Path is so strong.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the cast animation, and it also lasts longer because of the Arcane Supremacy. It's not just that, but you also have the instant lift with the Void. Like, I know FNG loves this Jakiro pick, and it's really good because it has the damage output into the Chrono with Macro Pyro as well. But, like, I don't think you can rely on this Chronosphere now that they have the Venge pick. And the best thing for OG is Topson plays this Venge mid sometimes as well, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a 5.
They go back to the DK. So DK, which Limp did really well with in the second game, allowed him to play Dota for that one. So we'll see if that's the case again here, and what OG are going to do over in mid. Like you said, that they might even go for the Venge in the mid lane, but we'll see.
No, I think with the DK pick, I don't think they'll put the Venge mid anymore. They'll put the Venge as the 5 and then pick some hero that does okay against the DK mid. It could be S4 playing the offlane DK, we have to say that as well. It doesn't have to be this position too. But they have last pick overall in the draft anyway on OG, so they're going to find out anyway before they have their pick. They need to ban out 2 heroes here on Alliance so that do well against the DK mid. So I'm looking at things like Viper and Timbersaw here, I think are the big ones.
OG's turn to ban.
They ban out the Monkey King, and that was Yeah, that was something that Limp had such a problem playing against in the first game. Granted, he was playing Doom in the first game, and that match really just went very much in favor of Thompson. But
I actually think something like the Ember Spirit might still be really good for OG though, because until Void gets BKB, like, he has to be so worried about these chains. Like DK and Ember kind of just trade farm mid. You have the Empower as well, which is nice. But again, like, I think Viper Timber are still the other two, because it gives them their damage output that they're kind of lacking at the moment. Don't really have any burst damage, right, on OG. They have this Magnus and they have the Jug, which is good right click and whatnot, but that's why something like the Ember is so good, because it gives them that kind of pseudo damage with both the magic and the physical. And they actually banned Timber.
ban it themselves.
Maybe
Again, it could have just been the offlane DK, then into that mid Timber.
I mean,
or
they
even
might.
offlane Timber.
They might just be looking at taking the Tiny again, honestly.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think the Tiny itself was the issue last game, right? Like, the issue OG had last game was that they weren't... They kind of got picked off one by one, and no hero picks are going to solve that.
Turn to ban. Turn to ban.
Pugner's a good ban as well. Like another save for the Chronosphere if they need it. They don't really have an egg hitter. I mean, they've got the Jug, I guess, but there's no, like, easy way to necessarily get to that egg right now. Like, there's no range hits, right?
Remaining.
I still think Viper looks really good for them.
Yeah, I could agree.
You get the break for the DK as well. The break's good against the Void. Can be difficult to kill. Pairs up well with the Venge, with the Aura.
Ten seconds remaining.
You really want to go for that, but I think
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Doom ban, Pugna ban.
Alliance need. They kind of...
Would Mars be okay?
OG's turn.
It's not against the Jug, I don't think.
Okay, Nature's Prophet comes in, mobility there with the Nature's Prophet. I like it with the Chronosphere, as well as you know, getting that the right clicks in, having the Wrath of Nature early on. It's a decent pick for you.
This is really good as well, because they can swap the DK and the Nature's Prophet depending on the mid lane matchup from OG. And they kind of like the Nature's Prophet should do okay against anything. But if they feel like it's a bad matchup for the DK, they just put the Nature's Prophet there, and they just put the DK off lane for. This Nature's Prophet pick's actually really good. So now you need something that could lane up again, against Dragon Knight and Nature's Prophet.
Ooh, so Zeus comes in, and I don't know if I was expecting the Zeus, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I talked about how they lacked a little bit of burst damage, but I wasn't expecting that to come through.
It'll be the mid Zeus. Safe lane Jug, off lane Mag, of course. Socks on the Rubik, leaving No Tail for the Venge. Excuse me. Limp on the DK, FNG on that Jakiro, Nika Baby playing the Faceless Void, leaving S4 for the Nature's Prophet, and Hanskin for the Phoenix. So it's... I like the Zeus pick. We'll see how they can do up against this Faceless Void. I'm excited to see how Soxa plays on this Rubik, honestly.
Yeah, it's a pretty good Rubik game. Like, if you ever get the stun from DK, or like the Breathe Fire is really good as well. Chronosphere potential, like Ice Path's obviously the main one. I worry on Alliance about their ability to get to the Zeus in the fights. Like, DK's going to need a blink. Obviously, Nature's Prophet can TP in behind at some point, but somebody needs to be able to link up with the Nature's Prophet in the back of the fight. And I don't know how they're going to get there at the moment, because I don't think S4 can kill off Thompson by himself. Yeah. Like, how do they ever go high ground unless they kill the Zeus? Alliance.
Yeah.
Pretty difficult. Again, I don't think it's a massively one-sided draft though either way.
No, not
So like
at all.
game 1 I thought was pretty one-sided. Game 2 came a bit was like a little bit more even. And then I think this is another even one again. Like, they have good team fight on both sides. You know, one team's got RP and the Thunder God's Wrath, the other one's Chrono Egg.
And they also they have RP, Thunder God's Wrath, and the Omni Slash as well.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot here. They've got the save of the swap too. So like these Chronospheres, they're You gotta make sure that you've got control of that bench.
Yeah, and
otherwise it's just not gonna go well.
I think the laning stage looks relatively even as well. Like DK against Zeus Smith, they should both just trade farm. Really, like, especially when DK gets to like level 3. If you have like 2 points in the armor, yes, Zeus does magical damage, but you can keep yourself sustained in the lane by buying a brace or 2 early on. And on top of that, regen.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, but Seb's actually heading top. So they want to put the Magnus up against the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, I mean, that's much better for OG. I wonder if No Tail will TP bot lane to go in like an aggro try, because he has this Basilius, which indicates to me that they might be looking to try lane here. They need to make sure they don't give away their lanes here, though, on OG. Seb just going to hide in the trees.
Oh, I think he just got spotted.
Yeah. I wonder if S4 still carries on walking top here.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Void's going to start heading top. I mean, that's... I don't know why Seb poked his head through there. Like, I feel like there's no need.
Maybe didn't expect someone to be at that spot right there.
I mean, you know Hansen's going to be coming in, though, or like somebody's going to be coming in, right?
Yeah. I feel like a little bit of timings, though. Just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So they'll have Nico Baby head towards top, and S4 head towards bottom, just off that little bit of vision.
The battle
Glimpse.
begin.
At least Alliance don't get 4 bounty runes. That felt pretty good for them after the first blood. They got so far.
Yeah.
I mean, they got so far ahead last game because of those 2 things combined. It was so good for them.
It's very important there to just, you know, have that first blood grab. When you grab 4 bounty runes at the beginning, it is... If you haven't doubled down yet...
I love watching Nico Baby Void as well.
Down.
I think he's really good at this hero. I feel like I've said that about a lot of different heroes for Nico Baby this tournament.
What do you love him on this Void?
Yeah. I love watching him play a hero.
I mean, he played perfectly on that Slark that one game too, and I love watching him play on that as well. It's pretty disgusting. We'll see how these lanes go. Seb's still gonna be up here. Do you think they swap lanes at any point for OG, or are they just gonna keep it this way?
Oh, just keep it the way it is now. You can't TP because then like Alliance just do the same and they TP themselves, right?
Yeah, so it becomes a bit of musical lanes, and whoever uses their TP first usually loses out.
Oh, they both just trade, right? Nobody loses out. It's just they trade evenly with it.
Yeah, you just don't get what you want, though.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
The OG are controlling their lane equilibrium really well at them. You can see they blocked the small camp as well. And Alliance themselves blocked the big camp. So wherever the lane equilibrium sits in this lane is where it's going to be staying, because there's no pulls to be had. They're about to hit their level 2s here though on OG, so they might look to make a play relatively soon.
Magic Missile with Tur, S4, Blade Fury on him, trying to TP out. Will do so successfully, so will FNG.
Sax was not nearby. I don't know where he disappeared to there. But... Does he... Oh, he stacked the Ancient Camp. Early stacks
the Ancient Camp, and... You know, that was important for OG in the last game to kind of keep themselves in it and keep their heads above water, but at the end of the day, it didn't end up saving them. But if you can get it started here, get yourself a little bit of an advantage, and then work with that Ancient Camp, especially with Midland already being in the bottom half of the map. It feels like there's certainly opportunity for them to do something with it now. S4, Blade Fury, after getting hit with the Magic Missile, is able to retreat.
He can't keep you back to base here because his teleport scroll is on cooldown for 35 seconds. He's going to struggle a little bit here. And again, it's the same thing. The lane equilibrium
might just give him the salve, though. Yeah.
I mean, the lane equilibrium is in a really good place for OG, right? The good thing, though, for Alliance is these other 2 lanes are going so well. This top lane and this mid lane. Saxa TP's top, but he's instantly getting pounded here.
Dire's courier.
That's a courier death.
So I'm just letting this courier go on. Skin looking for the high five. Nobody's gonna reciprocate. Of course, now Seb, yeah, that's on purpose. Okay. Hey, TI and OG, name a more iconic duo.
So, Topson on this mid Zeus at the moment. Does he have the bottle coming out now? Yeah, he does. Okay. So that 4-minute rune spawn here, going to be an interesting one. And I think because the side lanes are so action-packed, we're not going to see the spawns rotate over this time. So it looks like it's going to be a 50-50 or so for the runes here.
Yeah, maybe not at the 4-minute mark. Do you think that they make the rotation at the 5-minute mark to go with this catapult, especially with the DK? We saw that in the last game.
Potentially, yeah. But then who rotates over? Like maybe the Phoenix, but the Zeus clears the wave so quickly.
FNG, one shot from dead, goes into the trees. Mid-one trying to close the gap. Use
mid as well.
Blade to take out a tree, but no tail. He goes down. Topson falls. FNG will die as well. 2 heroes gone to the side of OG. Well, they just lose FNG to mid-one.
I don't know what the observer saw and what he didn't. In the mid lane, Topson tried to get really greedy. He got the bottle and went for the illusion rune, but he just got stunned up by the DK and died. And now, when Zeus comes back to lane again, DK has this level 6 now. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for Topson here.
Topson has a full bottle to work with.
Look at his skill board, though, actually. He skipped the lightning bolt completely.
It's gone into the static field.
Interesting.
So, spams the arc lightning immediately.
302 is such... I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, on a mid... Not recently, at least, on mid Zeus's. I feel like they nearly always go lightning bolt.
You know, I would have been surprised that he's held off on that. That's for sure.
I mean, the wave clear is going to be really nice against the Nature's Prophet and whatnot. FNG's coming in here, and the Phoenix
so
is heading
Saxa
over.
Hanskin from the other side. Saxa had spotted Hanskin, but they've got themselves the Dragon Toes. The Hector side out onto Topson. Topson throws an arc lightning. I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's burning away. One more shot comes in from Limb to finish him off. The Blade Fury from mid-one on a limb. It's not going to be enough, especially with the Sunray from Hanskin. Well done to keep him alive. Now they've got the liquid fire. No Tail makes the rotation. Healing ward, so mid-one's okay. And they don't lose anything on the side of Alliance. They get yet another kill. And that is the second time that Topson's died mid.
So the big thing about the rotation, though, from OG is that the catapult dies. So if they get the Zeus kill there and start pushing the tower without OG rotating in, it's an absolute disaster, because that tier 1 mid can die from OG, but they at least keep it alive. That's the big thing. I just worry for OG here that Nico Baby's getting absolute free farm up in this top lane. Like, he's having an amazing time.
He is 36 and 17, now 37-17. But this is what we saw in the second game was just the Wink and Nico Baby having a much better time. Bottom, Blade Fury on S4, he'll TP away. FNG dual breath on a mid-one. God's Wrath will kill off S4, but mid-one, he's gonna die here to FNG. No Tail throws the magic missile. Dual breath up in just a second. FNG's not going to go for more, but he does take out the Jug as they do lose the offlane technical 3 position Nature's Prophet.
Really nice timing by Topson. Just about getting that Thunder God's Wrath in at the last
No Tail.
top lane.
S4 TP's in, and we'll use that Sprout to try to get the kill onto the bench. One more shot, but the Blade Fury's out on FNG. They take out the Jug. Meanwhile, over towards top, Nico Baby and Hanskin were pushing through onto the Rubik, but don't find the kill.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get Saxa as well there, but they were lacking the lockdown, unfortunately. And he actually goes for the maxed out Arc Lightning on the mid lane. Wow.
Dire's top tower.
Nico Baby rotating towards mid. He's got the Dragon Tail out on a Topson, and I think Nico Baby's looking for the Chronosphere. Yeah, he'll get it, and they'll get themselves a kill on a Topson once again. He makes the rotation mid just to grab this kill for the 3rd time on a Topson.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have boots. Like, he just walks in. Well, not walks in, he time walks in Chronospheres. Massive kill, and again, it's the same thing. If they get this kill, they might be able to push for the mid-tier 1 here.
Mid-one, he's dead again. Ooh, I say that, and I've cast or cursed it. That's, my bad, Alliance.
He has no salve though on mid one, so he's gonna have to just back off a little bit here. No healing ward now.
Yeah, I just used it, got killed immediately.
So he's bringing one out on the courier. He still have this big 3 stack on the ancients though to work with on OG. Oh,
No talent
what?
going down to FNG with S4 here.
I wasn't even looking at that. I guess that's the Prophet T being behind.
Yeah, S4 now has Wrath of Nature. The damage output from Alliance will be that much more when they're trying to fight, especially, you know, get the Chronosphere into the Wrath of Nature, have Limp backing you up within that Chronosphere like we saw over mid, but now you've just got that extra oomph with the ulti from this Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not just free farm for Nika Baby, he's also going Midas as well, so his farm level is going to be scaling so high this game. Sometimes we see the Mask of Madness to allow them to be able to fight. But I think when you know you're playing against this mag, it's important you have some kind of scaling capability, because otherwise they're just going to out-farm you with the Empower. Limp on this DK as well is having a great game.
Seb's top of the CS, but look at where he is in terms of net worth. Ahead of S4, but behind by quite a bit on the other cores of Alliance.
It's all jungle creeps for him.
Nature.
RP.
That is Limp being in some trouble. And they did use that RP. They're still trying to get the kill here on a Limp. Omniscience committed to finish off the DK. Onskin in an interesting spot. And he will fall. Soxa gets the kill, and he steals Icarus top.
Yeah, that's the biggest kill they could have found on OG. So massive for them, but they do rotate a lot of heroes.
Can they find FNG too? They don't have swap. No Tail can't pull him back any further.
No Tail's not level 6. Yeah, so this is like they get the kill on the DK, but it means that Nika Baby's just able to freely farm top lane and starts pushing the tower now. Like now he has this Midas up as well. Like this is really good for Alliance.
Similar to what we saw in the previous game. You know, allowing Nico Baby to just have his own lane, basically.
Seb does come over though to make sure this tower isn't going to die to the catapult. But
Yeah, but S4 is here. Nico Baby, skewered back.
He has
Doesn't have Chronosphere to work with. S4 doesn't have Wrath of Nature for another 19 seconds. They'll use the Chronosphere. Seb surviving for now. He doesn't have Skewer to make some distance. Uses the Shockwave, trying to run. Time walk forward. One more shot will do it. And it's S4 who gets the killing blow.
And they do get the tower kill as well because the trees kept the catapult wave alive. Or at least the catapult.
Bottom, Icarus dive away from Hanskin, and Sunray off the map. Look at him go. Potentially into your pub.
No Chrono here for Nico Baby.
Yeah, Nico Baby's come over. He'll time walk away, but Soxa, he's got time walk and can keep up with Nico Baby if need be. He's a level 4 time walk, so the cooldown is only 6 seconds.
They want to be able to trade towers here. They've 1-for-1 with the one they lost top as well. So.
They see Hanskin. Swap and magic missile. One is now dominated.
Amazing. I love when the Phoenixes dive off the map like that, but good catch for OG.
I don't know why he didn't TP out. Maybe they thought they were going to try and do something over bottom. He did have a TP available.
This mid one jug is now top of net worth though after that kill, and he still has the ancient stack to take.
How many stacks is it? It's about to get stacked again to...
It's going to be a 4 stack, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 or 5.
And this item build on this skill build, sorry, on the Zeus is something like we said we don't normally see, but this tier 1 tower is still half HP at 12 minutes against the DK. That's so good. Because he's able to just clear the wave so quickly. Like it's difficult for the DK to ever get in and push.
Especially with the previous game where we saw that DK just pushed in and finished off that tower very quickly, and that cut off the map and really cut off a lot of what OG were able to, you know, securely farm.
And this is going to be the ancient stack start to be taken here. I think No-Tail's ready to wave of terror as well. 4 points. Or is he looking to stack once more potentially? Yeah, it looks like they are.
They're going to try and get Thompson over mid, and now Soxa time walks away. They get the kill on the Thompson. and. 'Seb's made the rotation. They're really trying to commit onto the tier 1 tower.
1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower. 1 tower.
Dragon Tail, Seb. Got RP, Ice Path comes in, Omni Slash used. It's on FNG by himself. They'll get the kill. Mid one now into the Blade Fury. Seb looking for the RP, finds it. Supernova though on the high ground. Can they get the kill on this Void? Yes, they can. Nico Baby goes down. The Supernova's about to pop. They've got the swap on a mid one just out of range of the Supernova. So they look over at No-Tail, who throws the Magic Missile and Wells with the swap. S4 back into the hands of Soxa as well as Seb. Seb though not really doing a lot of damage, has the Shockwave, but they've got the Blade Fury once again from mid one, trying to TP out, but they've got the Skewer. The triple kill from mid one tops him back into the fight, and now can they get anything more? Limp and Hanskin looking to retreat. Don't think OG go behind the tier 1 tower, and they'll take what they are given, which is 3 kills for just Thompson over mid.
But you can see how hesitant Nico Baby was to throw the Chrono, right? Because he knows that the Ven just stood behind the Jug. So even if he Chronos the Jug there, when it's just on 1, it's not worth it. And they managed to stack the big camp here. This is going to be such a massive increase of net worth for the Jug. Like, this is huge.
A level 3 healing ward, so he's really not in much danger taking this stack. He's got the Empower, and look at how quickly he takes it.
Bot lane as well. Saxa has the
swap.
Saxa has the DK stun though available, so if he ever catches anybody with the lift, they do have follow-up mid lane.
They're gonna look over as Chronosphere used, hits on 2. They find themselves tops in. Macropyre down. They get the kill onto the Zeus. They lose FNG. TPing in his S4. Now Dragon Tail out on a mid one. Can they control him enough? He doesn't have Omni Slash for another 44 seconds, as well as the Blade Fury for another 5. For the Blade Fire takes him out. Mid one gone. 8 times 3 into the hands of Lim. Seb now running away. Magic Missile hits onto S4, but it's not gonna really stop him from continuing on, as they've already got Nico Baby as well as Lim going for the kill on Seb. They'll get the kill on Seb. They look back over at No-Tail, who's in the Sprout. S4 a little bit low, so he doesn't want to try and go in on a No-Tail. He might end up dead if he does, but he's got the Treants following him. No-Tail, can he find the distance? It doesn't look like it. TP though, and Ice Path just a little bit late. I thought they had the mark on him, but instead he's able to TP away.
It's a great fight for Alliance, but they don't take the tower. That's the big thing. And they've used everything now. Like, the DK form's going to be down, the Chrono's down. They still have Egg, but it's not enough by itself. So I think OG are probably just going to look to go again here. Like, they're probably going to smoke up and look to try and find something. They have one. Yeah, Nota has one on him. Maybe they're just going to look to try and take this mid tier 1 instead. Because they have Omni Slash up. They have the RP up as well. Almost a pipe finished on Seb now. They know that without the Chronosphere up on Alliance, they can't really defend this tower.
Radiant's middle attack is under attack.
And gets the
Nature comes out, giving an extra 24 damage to S4.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower scanning.
What does he have for him? Medallion going into the Solar Crest, Nico Baby, he's going Sanjin Yasha after the Midas, and then Pink BKB for Limp. Thompson, Aether Lens now Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it's really important for him to be able to keep his distance. And there's nothing that really saves him from the Chronosphere unless he can, like, rely on his quick reactions, right? And especially if he gets Sprout up or something by S4, like if he's quick, he can just blink away before the first hit comes in. And they are making more ancient stacks here though on OG.
And we saw how much that was worth for them, as now they've got a 3-stack once again for this Jug. Mid one's finish off the Manta, has drums and phase boots in top of the net worth by about 1,000 gold.
Alliance are desperately trying to take this mid tier 1, but it's still like 400 HP. OG are defending it for all it's worth. And there's a pipe coming out on the courier now for the mag.
This is more what we were seeing from Seb on the Magnus. I think, what, game 1, he ended up going into the Blink Dagger immediately. Might have even done the same for game 2, but he's, at least in the past, built more utility earlier on. Like, we've seen him go Guardian Greaves into the Blink Dagger. This time it's Pipe Blink.
The Pipe's better, much better though this game, I think.
Yeah.
Like, up against the Jakiro, up against the Phoenix, up against the Wrath of Nature coming through as well. Like, you know.
So I was just talking about having that utility before the Blink.
Yeah.
The Pipe definitely much better this time around.
S4 might be in trouble here.
Shockwave, Wave of Terror. Thought it got drafted with Magic Missile. They'll get the kill on S4.
They're going to look to try and push up here, because if they can find somebody else, they might even be able to backdoor the tier 1, to be honest. I'm just going to head into Roche.
They'll go for Roche. Meanwhile, Alliance, they finish off the Elric brothers' dream of finding a Philosopher's Stone.
The Chronosphere's up, but without the Nature's Prophet, I don't know how comfortable Alliance feel about this.
Right now, it's just mid one inside
This
the pit.
is so risky.
They've got Wave of Terror, so the minus armor is 7 with a level 4 Wave of Terror. But
He's in trouble.
they just left mid one. Wave Fury comes in. He's got the healing ward, so he's going to survive a little bit longer. Macro Fire's down inside the pit, and Chronosphere hits mid one. They got the swap as well as the telekinesis. They get the save. Supernova's out. S4 he'll TP over. They look to get the kill here on a no-tail. They'll finish off the Venge. Now they look at Seb. Seb hit with the Dragon Tail. This is a problem for OG. Seb needs to try and make something happen with the rest of his team. They'll throw the RP at Nico Baby. Omni Slash bouncing around, goes over to Lynn. Nico Baby doesn't end up dying. Time Walk will heal him back up. They look over at mid one, and he goes into the Blade Fury as doing a lot of damage on a Nico Baby. They just can't finish him. They take out FNG. They look over at S4. Soxa trying to do it again. Hanskin sitting low as well. The Venge Illusion trying to get the kill on a Hanskin. Meanwhile, though, Thompson killed by Nico Baby. Triple kill for the Faceless Void. 4 heroes gone on the side of OG. And it's a 2,000 net worth lead, maybe in a Roche for Alliance.
Really well played by Limp that fight. He understands the only way they lose it is if they get Chrono together on him and Nico Baby. So he kind of skirts around the outside a little bit. And as soon as the Omni Slash...
And no tail's gonna fall, and
I don't know if they can go Roche now,
boy.
though.
Still some time. Really well played by Alliance. Really, really well played. The positioning was very solid. All of the supports, it was Soxa as well as No Tail who got the saves there within the Chronosphere. They just couldn't kill off Nico Baby, and now Soxa in some trouble. The telekinesis comes in as well as Sunray from Hanskin. Soxa sitting on about 1 health. He ends up dying on one more right click coming in from Nico Baby. The Essence Ring used by Seb. Blade Fury right on Nico Baby. The middle one trying to do what he can, but Nico Baby has Time Walk and will just continue to heal up, walk away from the side of OG.
OG just trying to delay them as much as possible to stop them from going into the Roche. That's the biggest thing here. Like, they can't give away this Aegis for free. But great fight by Alliance. Again, I want to go back to this point. Limp kind of like skirted around the RP for a little while, and then as soon as it came out onto Nico Baby with the Omni Slash, he instantly ran in to tank it up with Nico Baby so that the Omni Slash damage got shared out between the two of them. Nico Baby almost dies again to the Rubik, but just about manages to get away. Playing right on the edge here. Nico Baby is so farmed now.
Swap Magic Missile, FNG, he gets dropped pretty quickly.
They have the Omni Slash up in 10 seconds. RP up in 10 as well. FNG dead, maybe.
Roche fight 2.0. Hanskin in some trouble. Thought I got draft will finish off the Phoenix.
If this is Roche then for OG, they can't fight without the supports on Alliance. Hanskin needs to buy back if they want to. Yeah, he does.
So that'll give the signal that they do want to, in fact, fight. They've got Jakiro up in 10 seconds. I don't think Roche is going down in that time. It's going to be certainly close. So they may not have the Jakiro for this fight. Throwing the Fire Spirits. Chronosphere available. Nico Baby. Time Walks back. Now they've got everybody on the side of Alliance. Mid one still in the pit by himself. And they try and steal this Roche. They look over. Nico Baby, they've got themselves the swap. No Tail now. He backs off. The Wrath of Nature comes in. The Chronosphere is going to be used as well as the Supernova. They got themselves the Ice Path, but it actually locks up Blade. They'll take the Aegis. They'll take out Roche. And now mid one now needs to run. Seb in some trouble. He's here with 4 heroes on the side of Alliance. They'll get the kill on the Seb. They'll take out this Magnus. Ice Path laid down, and they're looking for mid one very, very, very much so as they go and get themselves the TP forward from S4. They continue to blink on forward, but they just don't find the kill onto mid one yet. Nico Baby, he's getting low, but the Venge just come out on the no-tail. They'll get the kill onto the Venge. They look over to potentially continue forward for Soxa. Mid one gets spotted farming, and Blade Fury TP's out.
Jesus. Alliance really starting to take over here with this mid-game advantage with the BKB on the DK. This Void's so tanky as well with this SMY build he's gone for after the Midas. Like, he's really difficult to bring down. And until Seb gets this blink, they're really struggling with the hard initiation. Like, they have the follow-up Ice Path from Soxa that he's stoling at the moment, but they don't have that initial, like, laydown. before the follow-up damage comes through.
Seb spots Nico Baby.
Ooh.
Ice Path doesn't land. It's the Ice Path on the Rubik, so we'll see how much that comes into play here. He's only got it for a fourth of the duration, though.
It's like 40 seconds left or something. It's not very long, but he had it the whole Roche fight duration, but couldn't really make massive use of it, unfortunately.
No-Tail spotted. Dragon Tail comes in. Dual Breath Ice Path down. And they'll take out No-Tail once again. He's definitely 7 times. 0, 7, and 12 at the moment. Up towards top, they get S4. Thompson gets credit for that kill.
They do use the Omni Slash, but I think they'll use any they'll find any kill with the Omni Slash at the moment.
Soxa attempting the TP out, but blink forward from Limp. Dragon Tail's there, killing spree for the DK. So 7k net worth lead. OG on the heels at the moment. Thompson gonna get spotted here. Blink Dragon Tail once again, and there's the kill onto the Zeus.
And Nico Baby has the MKB now as well. This guy's huge. Like, not only is he going to be difficult to kill, but he does like a massive amount of damage now.
Good one. In some trouble. Nico Baby here. Dash is coming through. They've got the Blade Fury. He's trying to get away. He's got the Healing Ward, but look at the damage from Nico Baby, as well as Hanska with the Sunray right on him. An easy kill to finish off the Jug. And mid one, you know, he started the game doing pretty well. Had an 8-time spree. They're going to follow this up with a +1 on a No-Tail. Nothing he can do. Throws a magic missile out on a Limp, but it's only extending the inevitable as he falls.
How much does this feel like last game, though, where Alliance take one really good fight, and then all of a sudden OG get, like, take turns just dying one by one. And now all of a sudden, like, it's 9k net worth out of nowhere after the game's been even for, like, 20 minutes. This Roche fight just enables Alliance to play so much more aggressively. And it forces OG to have to split push the map because they can't fight into this Void Aegis anymore. And Alliance are doing a really good job of punishing them for it and picking them off.
Telekinesis, skewer back from Seb.
They're coming in though.
Path of Nature and S4, he throws the Sprout, doesn't spot Seb, who blinks away and gets to this tier 2 tower and TPs away. But No-Tail mid-range actually doesn't stop the TP. They're going to look over to go for FNG. Limp comes through with a blink as well as the Dragon Tail out of the mid one. The back of Pyre Zane. Thompson looking to follow this up. Help out a little bit, but the Blade Fury is used by mid one. Comes over to look at Hanskin to grab this kill, but he goes into the Supernova and that egg gets blown up.
Baby's coming.
Limp. Oh, Chronosphere on a 3. Gets the swap out of the Jug. Mid one trying to survive. He's got Omniflash, but he can't get it off. Oh dear, the Banshees come in for Nico Baby, and they finish off this Jug. He's got buyback, they're gonna lose No-Tail, and now RP committed for Nico Baby, but this is just a defensive retreat RP, and OG continuing to fall back even further as Alliance put the pressure on.
They can't deal with this DK. Like, he's so tanky, and when he pops BKB, they just don't have enough damage. And it's not even just the DK they have to deal with. Like, this Void is just untouchable right now. Yes, I know he has the Aegis, but even if he didn't, it's just about to expire, though. But, like, their main way of killing the Void is with the RP, right? And he's about to finish this Satanic, and he's going to have to, like, double status resistance with the SMY Satanic. And I don't think they can kill him in that, like, small RP duration.
And RP was desperation just to retreat. Alliance are playing these fights really well. I mean, that Chronosphere, even with the save, they were able to focus their attention onto the Jug. And mid one, he's just getting constantly locked down. Down 13k. We've seen comebacks come from 20 down.
It just manages to TP away.
Now Thompson, though, he's finally going for Axe. Like, it feels like his farm has been shut down.
But is that enough damage? Like, I don't think it is.
Take out No Tail once again. He's dead for the 10th time. 0-10-13.
And this is an arcane rune DK again that we saw at the start of the game.
Radiant's bottom under attack.
So the Dragon Form, it gets the kill on the No Tail, but it's going to be up again so quickly even when it's down. They can just look to take the tier 2 mid here.
13k lead. RP on cooldown for another 17 seconds. They're looking to spot out some vision, and they will. Skewer back on a limp. Now do they have the damage to get the kill here onto the DK? The Omni Slash bouncing around. It's not favorable so far for the Jug, but now mid one's stunned up once again. They got Hanskin low. He backs off and retreats successfully, and so does the rest of the team. Omni Slash now on cooldown for 2 minutes.
I mean, the only thing they could have thrown extra there was the RP. And this is what I mean. I don't know how they have... Where's their damage coming from now at this point? Like, Dragon Knight pops BKB and what do they do? He's going to have the AC soon as well, so this physical damage from the Jug's going to be negated even a little bit more.
Nico Baby setting up, has himself a Chronosphere. Seb in the front of this pack. I don't know if he really wants to be here. This is a difficult spot for the side of OG. Mid one finished off that basher. They pick up the telescope. He's got Orb of Destruction. Gives the telescope over to the No Tail, I'd assume. But the Chronosphere comes down to 2. Nico Baby, he is here to try and finish off the Jug as well as the Venge. They get the count on No Tail. Seb, I think, fainted on that RP. They look over at tops and they get themselves a second Nico Baby with a double kill. And now the RP comes down on 2 of these heroes. Can they get the count on Nico Baby before he gets the time lock off? Mid one's gone. Super no. Seb falls as well. 4 heroes gone. Buyback from 2. And OG can't find anything here. Alliance continue to run forward and over the side of OG. Looking to buy back on Seb, but he doesn't have RP. Ice Path down, locks up this No Tail Venge, but it's not me who they're after. It's Thompson. They kill him off for the 2nd time. 75 seconds gone. 66 seconds for the Venge, and it's looking unlikely that OG will pull themselves out of this one. Limp's a little bit low, but nobody here to convert on this. Seb comes over. Shockwave misses. Tier 3 in trouble. Time walk forward. Saksa, he'll steal the time walk to get some space between him and the Void, but
we have to talk about FNG there. As soon as the RP came out from Seb, he instantly got the 2-man Ice Path onto the Jug and the Magnus himself, so that the whole RP duration basically got wasted. Like, they couldn't do anything.
Dragon Tail comes through into Saksa. He does have Time Walk, so he'll get some distance. Lim pops the BKB, mid one back alive. They've got 3 heroes here for the side of OG. The tier 3 still standing, but Seb, RP still down for another 60. Omni Slash is up, but I don't think it really gets him anything in this spot. Dragon Tail once again onto Saksa. Ice Path follows it up. They've got themselves the stun. Seb blinks into the Ice Path, but they've got the score back on the 2, under the tier 4 towers, but the damage is way too much. Mid one, he's been disarmed. There's nothing he can do. He goes into the blade fear, back up into the base, but the bashes, they come in. Bash, bash, baby. Mid one goes down, and now they've just got Venge to defend.
With 3 dead, I mean, it's this all playing on the tops and Zeus, but unfortunately, Limp's playing like an absolute monster this game and just finds him straight away there.
Blink Dragon Tails into the Ice Path. Triple kill for Nico Baby. Nico Baby dodges the base, looking for the Ultra kill. Is anyone going to feel alive for him to get the Rampage? He actually just ends up dead. Dives in too far. He'll fall. Ancient exposed. They don't have Glyph. They just have Thompson, and now they don't even have that. Godlike for Limp. The Ancient will fall, and it will be Alliance who take on Team Nigma in the finals. OG take game 1, and the reverse sweep comes from Alliance to book their ticket into the grand final.
What a game 2 and 3 by them, because they looked so down and out after game 1. Like, they looked